my. It's time for Viewer Takeover. It's time for Viewer Takeover!
This is the Midnight Gamescast. We record every Tuesday afternoon at midnight. We bring it to YouTube every Wednesday as the weekly wrap-up. And that was days ago, man. I don't even remember what we talked about anymore. All I remember is that Megaton Rainfall's not out. God damn it, am I mad.
So angry.
Every Thursday is PlayStation VR Theater, and every Friday, shut up. Viewer Takeover. Viewer Takeover, of course, when we let you, the loyal game cats, we let you take over the show. We scour the comments, we scour the videos, and we find all of our favorite comments, and we list them. Well, I type them into a word processing document.
Yeah.
I save the file, and then when I save it, it changes all the periods to question marks, and we read them. We read them that way. I don't know what's wrong, but hey, who the fuck cares?
Yeah, why?
Obviously, you guys just saw that fantastic animated viewer takeover introduction from Power Muffin.
He was so angry.
Very angry.
Viewer takeover!
Well, wouldn't you be angry if you had a bite taken out of your Twinkie head?
Yeah.
I would be.
Yeah.
Twinkie head.
Twinkie. I haven't had a Twinkie in so long.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've ever actually had a Twinkie.
Fuck you.
You know,
I'm sorry, that just
how
came
did you
out.
get this job?
Really? You've never had a Twinkie?
Mm-mm. But I've had
I swear she was created in a lab and not in Florida.
in a lab. Quite possible.
It's like twins. Remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Yeah.
It's like, so which one is she?
That,
she Danny DeVito?
No.
What? Do you even know what we're talking about?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I'm following
that one.
I do believe in fairies. I
do.
So along with Power Muffin, guys, here's the thing. We're running low on viewer takeover introductions.
Yes,
so
apparently.
If you've always wanted to make a viewer takeover introduction, well, this is your chance.
Now's the
because
time.
if you send it to me right now, you might very well be the introduction for next week's episode.
Yeah.
Well, you had to hit the microphone, huh?
Well, I don't know. I was trying
Just
to
to show
imitate
the
you.
impact it'll have on our lives.
If you were imitating me, you wouldn't hit the microphone.
Unbelievable.
Pretty believable. All right.
I quit.
We also,
Again.
besides thanking Power Muffin and our future viewer takeover introduction people, we also want to thank those people down below.
Yep.
Those are our loyal Patreon supporters.
Thank you.
They give us money every month, which is very, very nice of them. We appreciate you all. We love you all. But we need more of you. All right. Here's what we're going to give you for your $1 or more every month.
Jeremy, what are we going to give them?
You know, it's like you're just sending him out to die. Jeremy, what do they get for their $1 a month?
A special, unique, handcrafted, individualistic episode per week, only for our dedicated Patreon supporters. We each will play
in the mirror this time.
the role of host. And I got to do it this week, and I'm sweating balls about it because I'm stumped. These get difficult. We really kind of do something different from the other shows. So, Brian, what do we do?
Well, every week one of us takes a role of the host, and we make a special video for you. Patreon.com/withoutparole for just $1 a month. Last week was fantastic. We brought back a show we used to do.
Video game. True or false?
Video game True or False was fantastic. I don't know if you watched, but it turns out that I scored wrong. Yep.
Yeah.
So you won.
Yeah, you won.
Hey!
I don't know what happened, but I was watching and I was like, well, that's not right.
Wow.
Like I can score from our reactions. Well,
you
got
had
that
too
right.
many clicks going on.
Yeah.
Let me just count my paper.
Yeah. I don't know. It was very strange. But you won.
All right. Sweet.
So spoilers.
That was my reward for the offering the sandwich to homeless Jesus.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He changed history.
But that's all we're asking. $1 a month goes a very long way when there's like literally thousands of you. So we have a lot of lofty goals. We'd like to add a Patreon tier where like there's a giveaway every month, but we just need to figure out exactly how that's going to work.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do, yeah.
So keep that in mind. Keep an eye on the page. We'll definitely have updates as we go. And when we hit a certain amount, I think we decided on is it $2,000 or $4,000 a month? I think $4,000 a month. Then you will get more content. We'll do a live afternoon show documenting all of the video game news of the day, which I think would be a lot of fun. but that's not happening
Stay
for
tuned.
quite a while based
No.
on those numbers. So let's move along to the beginning of viewer takeover. All right.
All right.
Sweet.
I'll start off. The first comment is from Nick Garcia from PlayStation VR Theater. Nick wrote, "You guys do an episode. You guys need an episode every day." See, this is what I'm talking about, Nick.
Yep.
Okay. So it's a dollar a month.
Perfect.
$1 a month on Patreon. You might get your episode every single day. Days like today, Thursday,
Yeah.
leave me rewatching old episodes. I can't wait till Tuesday. I just can't. I'm getting the shakes, man. Man? Yeah,
We
there's
don't
a
know
question
either.
mark there. Yeah, no, we would love to put more content up on this channel.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I can't stress enough that this is we're doing everything we possibly can to get as much content up, and I don't think it's enough because I'm a perfectionist and I want to put like 2 videos up every single day.
Yeah.
Like I want to give you more of what you want, but unfortunately we are absolutely at maximum output right now. I don't have a single extra minute for another show. I barely have time for reviews every week. Doing what we can.
Rewind a year
Yep.
and remember how much was going out of this channel per week compared to now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
insane.
Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
nuts. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought one review a week was too much to handle, and just one podcast a week was too much
Yeah.
to handle, and now it's I don't
Multiple
even-
podcasts, multiple reviews.
Yeah.
It's craziness.
Breaking news, you name it.
Yeah, breaking
Exact-
news. I love breaking news reports because
You're at a caffeine intake all-time high.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, there's always a pot brewing. It's craziness. Can we talk about your boyfriend for a second?
Go on.
What's wrong with him?
Why?
We had a conversation the other day about coffee.
Okay.
Okay. He was doing the Keurig thing.
Before,
Yep, and now he's got an electric percolator.
which I just recently bought for him.
Very nice of you.
Thank you.
What is your aversion and his aversion to just a coffee maker?
The percolator takes like 2 minutes and it's wicked hot and it's delicious.
You like it wicked hot though? I know it's got to be at a precise
Yeah.
temperature to be properly brewed coffee, but
I know when I was
can't drink
drinking
it straight out of
coffee.
my coffee pot. Like, how much hotter do you want it?
yeah, it's pretty warm.
You
And
want
the
the burn
Keurig,
your
See, I
face?
like it to burn the throat.
Keurig makes it
feels good.
really hot too. You know what I
Keurig
mean?
isn't
You
as
can- you can
isn't
change
as
the
hot as
temperature on a
the
Keurig.
percolator.
Oh, you
though.
can?
Yeah, there's
But the
on
big
most
thing
of
about
On the
the
new-
percolators, it's so fast. It's like 2 minutes, done.
Yeah, but
You have
so
instant coffee.
I do
An
and
entire thing of it.
and then I go somewhere, come back a few
Yeah, we don't
minutes
go
later,
anywhere.
it's done.
We turn it on and coffee, Psh, done.
Like, I think maybe mine takes 5 minutes to brew a pot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Psh, why 5 when you
Sometimes the
have
anticipation, it's like going to the old payphone and calling your guy and just at the corner, and you're waiting for you. Remember
the
those in the
Keurig,
90s?
the Keurig
Sure, yeah.
thing's cool because
You
you
know,
can have
send the
like
cat pulls up. It's
you
like
can
that.
have all
It's like,
different
yes.
things like tea. You can do all little whatever in there.
Yeah.
But I could go without that one. But yeah, I don't know. Percolator. New
We
thing.
need to hear your comments in the comment section.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know, a coffee maker, so simple.
When I moved in, I brought a coffee pot over, but
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't once been plugged in because there was everything else to be had. So
I get it in this day and age. It's a lot of work to put the coffee filter in, scoop out and measure how much, ratio
well, we
of
also
scoops
grind
to
our own
cup,
beans too,
pouring in-
so it's already an extra step.
Oh, and you grind your own beans too. So you got to do that shit, and then you got to clean the grinder.
Right. She's like talking about how much faster it is. She's like, but we got to grind some beans
Yeah.
first.
And
we
by
spend
we, I
Monday
mean, I don't
evening
grind
grinding beans you know,
And then we have coffee for the week.
all week
Yeah.
in minutes. You know.
Put the
Jeremy.
kids to work. Oh yeah, Europe, Asia.
Yes. Your bud and Enigma
What up, my bud Enigma?
from the wrap up. When Michelle has her kid, who's gonna temporarily take her place in the Midnight Gamecast? That question mark was appropriate.
It was an appropriate
Yeah,
one.
it was
You made it
very
sound like it wasn't,
unsatisfied.
but
I know.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, that
I'm
was meant
surprised
to
there's
be
not 2 question marks. I'm really confused by the way the system works.
that.
I don't
Yeah, really.
understand. So
the
good.
kid, right? The kid's gonna take over for you when you're out.
BJ is gonna fucking,
BJ, Brian Jr.
By the way, guys, I need some baby boy names.
By the way, I
You
gave
got
you
one.
so many
Yeah.
good ones, but
Jesus, it's not going to be
Jesus
Sebastian.
is a great one.
I gave up on Sebastian when I decided on Atreyu. Atreyu should totally be her kid's.
Atreyu.
Everybody vote on Atreyu in the comments below.
Atreo Jesus Veracchione. That'd be a mega name right there.
So the great thing about this channel,
Yeah.
I think, is every time we've come up to some like weird adversity, like some adversarial thing happens, and we go, well, what the fuck are we gonna do about this? It's always turned out
We're
for the
just
best.
we're just gonna FaceTime.
We're not doing that. It always turns out for the best. Do you remember the day that you sent that? I think you sent me a text and it was like getting near the end of the day, and you're like, hey, it's my turn for video game true or false, and I don't have a list ready. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's too late for either of us to come up with a list because it takes hours to do.
Yep.
Les, where are you?
Right, and like we didn't have one in the backup, and we were like, well, let me come up with an idea, and that's where PlayStation VR Theater came from.
Yeah.
Like that, I was like, okay, well, this is our new segment,
Here we go.
And video game true and false is over. Right, so like something bad happened, we turn into something good.
Yeah.
And so every time something bad happens, like Michelle getting pregnant, we we turn it into something good. And so what I've done is I've reached out.
Love you too, Brian.
There's so much love to go around. You can't even quantify the amount of love. So what I did is I started reaching out to different people in the PlayStation VR community.
Yep.
And I think it's gonna be very exciting.
Yeah,
because
it is.
there's a lot of names you hear a lot. There's a lot of other channels that you watch, and it'd be kind of cool to get some guest stars over here.
Totally.
So we've reached out to a few people who've already said no. Unfortunately, they can't because of scheduling. I think Frank said he can't do it, and I asked CJ from PlayStation VR World, and he can't do it. But we've had interest. Dave Station VR said he might fly up from Orlando.
Nice.
Seraphim, we maybe. I mean, this is like a long shot, but if he could fly in from Australia, that'd be amazing.
That'd be awesome.
That would be insanely cool.
JD is in Texas. He's
Nice.
very active in the PlayStation VR community,
Yeah.
and we'd love to have him here. He said that his wife gave him the okay.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
So what we want to do in Michelle's absence is basically get these
Little awesome fill-ins.
get these awesome fill-ins and basically get them from like the beginning of the day to the end of the day, you know, and create as much content as we possibly can while they're here,
Yeah.
and then ship them back to their normal life
Right.
before the day's even over. Right, get them in the morning, get them out at night,
Yep.
and just and keep it nice and clean. Right, because
Unless they want to stay and tour the city.
Get them over on a
more
Monday.
than welcome to.
Monday night.
Not much to say.
I'll take care of them, and then all Tuesday you take care of them. And while we record,
I mean, if you want Jeremy to take care of you,
I'll take care of
I
you.
don't know what that means, but I think Ship's Geek Out might have a thought on that.
Oh, you gave it all away. Now that's how I get my victims.
So
But I feel like I would have to come and visit then.
maybe.
Well, you would have just given birth. Wouldn't we have to go visit you?
Listen, you guys
With
are
child
overcoming
I
in the
feel like
manger?
you guys would
If you
have to
could
come
come
visit me.
If you could come visit,
That's what I was thinking.
then
I'm
why
like,
aren't we
that
just
doesn't- I know.
everything's canceled? So what we want to do is get that person in here for the Gamescast and then film
Yeah.
all 3 segments at once, like we do every Tuesday night at midnight.
Right.
Yep.
And then and then also keep them here for Gaming Without Parole, and then they can guest with Dez and take my place for the week.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
So that way, like, it's a whole week of that
Something
guest.
different. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Very exciting, and if possible, you know, maybe get a Let's Play or something as well. But you know, we do what we can.
Right. Not gonna push it, but be nice.
Well, you
Right.
will be pushing in February.
Saw that coming.
During.
Well,
It's gonna be during
there was a lot of
Blizzard.
coming,
I just know
now
it.
pushing.
Also, you know, Dez will probably fill in here and there. We're trying to get a little bit ahead on Gaming Without Parole episodes, so that he can. He's so busy. He's just like a busy dude.
Yeah.
And so getting him in here for the Gamescast is difficult if he's also filming Gaming Without Parole that week. So we're gonna work with what we've got, and we're gonna. It's gonna be a little trying, but we're gonna see what we can do.
Yeah.
We're gonna turn this adversity into opportunity.
Yes.
Also, I quit.
And then the baby will fill in.
So I quit.
You gonna have the baby ever come on the show with you? Brian hates kids, so probably not.
Maybe a litter box episode.
You're
All
up,
right.
Rachel.
Strong Style Gaming from N-Space Livestream.
What's up, Strong Style Gaming?
Hello.
He's actually talking to you. Brian, in your estimation, how... Didn't mean to make you choke.
Yeah, I didn't realize I was being addressed.
Brian, in your estimation, how far away are we from a truly tripled A games on PSVR? I'm talking about more games like Farpoint with deep campaigns lasting several hours at a minimum?
Yeah, Brian, tell us.
Tell us, Brian. What's your estimation?
What's your estimation on that?
I don't know. I think we're almost there, right?
Good estimation. Almost there.
Almost there. right.
I mean, it's
More games like Farpoint with deep campaigns. Yeah.
see.
No, it's getting there.
That's the thing, though. It's like, you know, like Farpoint. I'm very thankful we got Farpoint, but I don't know if you want to call that like a deep campaign, right? Like, if you blast it through from beginning to end and you didn't get stuck on the first spider like you guys did, then like you could probably finish the whole thing in like 5 or 6 hours. Like, it's not a terribly long game, but it made great use of the aim controller.
great use,
and it was, you know, pretty awesome for that first big experience like that. But obviously we have Doom VFR coming. We have Skyrim coming.
Did you ever beat him?
Pass that spider?
Not.
Yeah.
I haven't put it back on since then. You know how many times I'm like, this game's awesome. You guys got to play it. And then it never happens.
Cool.
Yeah. But no, I haven't gotten past the spider.
But the Impatient is coming. Hopefully that'll have a nice, deep, long campaign, right? We have no idea the length of Bravo Team. That should be amazing.
Yeah.
And, and then again, Megaton Rainfall,
Yeah.
which 3 weeks away, we still don't have any idea whether that's a $20 or $60 game, but I'm betting by the time this episode airs, we'll find out more. It should be available
Hopefully.
for pre-order by now.
Yeah.
There was definitely a glitch on Tuesday. Something went wrong. So I think it's right around the corner. We've got all these amazing games coming, and I just don't know, like where did Gollum go? Where did Dreams go?
Where did Gollum go?
Dreams, that's right, yeah.
These are all games
Dreams
that
looks
could
kinda cool.
be really deep and very immersive and
Right.
just occupy hours and hours and hours of your life. But like I really feel like Sony saw potential in these games and like took them off the stove, right?
Yeah.
And was like, these aren't ready yet.
Yeah.
We need to put a little more care into these. We need to really let these gestate as long as they need to.
Yeah.
To give the VR gamers what they're looking for, which is these longer campaign games, more AAA titles.
Right.
Paris Games Week is coming up. We're going to hear something then, I think. But I think more than anything, December is our month. During the PlayStation Experience, I think we're going to hear a ton about PlayStation VR. PlayStation Experience is for the hardcore PlayStation gamers. And I think the VR PlayStation gamers are the hardest core of the hardest core. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they every new thing that comes out is like, here, just take our money. And,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's
Yeah.
when they need to speak to us like one-on-one. Go, this is important shit. Here's some new games for you. Right?
Yeah.
We're on the job.
So December, I think we're going to know a lot more strong style gaming. But in the meantime,
Right.
there's a ton of stuff coming out, and I don't think any of it should be overlooked. I think we have a lot of potential for a lot of great new games
Yeah.
coming very soon.
When's that Final Fantasy fishing one coming out?
It's a few weeks.
Yeah.
3 months. I don't know.
Close now.
It's available for pre-order on the store already for $30.
I just can't believe it's going to be so much. I know there's a lot to it, but I really would like. I think that'd be fun, and I'd like to play it. But I'm not going to spend $30 on it, though. That's the thing.
For a fishing game?
Yeah, for a fishing game. Because again, in Zelda, Ocarina, I used to love playing the fishing in that game, and I think this would be pretty neat. But anyways, yeah, that's Final Fantasy.
I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, Final Fantasy Fishing.
Fishing.
Boy, they're really stretching that franchise as
That
far as it
franchise
can go,
everywhere,
huh?
right?
Yeah. Jay Dow on the weekly wrap-up. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bro, where did the term game cats come from? I've only been a game cat for 3 months or so. I don't know. Ha ha. So, Jay Dow, we do answer this question fairly frequently.
Frequently.
We do.
But it
Yeah.
is, we are well aware that we get at least a couple of hundred new subscribers every single week. So thank you for all the new subscribers.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.
But if you
Yeah,
don't, sorry.
just gonna say we've always been the game cast, and it always kind of sounded like game cat.
Yeah, and I still,
Did.
I wish
I don't remember who fucked up with that.
somebody
Someone-
fucked up.
someone-
It was either you or me or you
Thought it
or
was you.
Brett. It was,
Oh, there's only so many options.
Yeah.
but I do think I think initially I thought it was Brett, but I don't think the transition to game cats happened until after you joined the crew.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
I think
assume.
I think it happened more recent than not. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I think
So what you're saying is I fucked up.
It wasn't
So
me. I know
one
it
of us
wasn't me.
did. I used to drink.
I
a
don't
lot.
fuck up.
I'm assuming you maybe there was a drunk game cat slur.
Yeah.
I could go with that.
That might.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're
Calling
gonna
it.
we're gonna task you loyal game cats.
Wow.
Somebody's
Jeez,
got,
no one can go back that far. You'd have to rewatch every single
Oh,
episode.
so many
in
to
order
find which one.
Good luck.
Yeah, really.
Enjoy your Netflix marathon session.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, to go back, if anybody has time, which I don't think any of us do, go. Let us know when this happened.
On your side.
Let us know when this happened. one of us tried to say Gamescast. We accidentally said Game Cats, and it stuck ever since. We even asked. We were like, "Do you guys like being called the Game Cats?"
Yeah.
And almost universally, they're like, "Yes, we do." Meow
Yep.
meow
Yeah.
meow.
Yeah, meow.
Right.
A whole lot of meows going on.
Yep.
So that's
All
that. I know people are like, "Oh, you're just copying Frank. He's got the headsets, and you got the Game Cats." Whatever. We don't copy anybody.
Right.
I don't watch anybody. I don't have time to watch anyone else's channel. In fact, the great thing was the other day, Dave Station.
Yep.
Dave Station was like, "Hey, he's like, I'm working on my Voltron VR review," and he goes, "Can you He's like, I uploaded it privately. Can you go check out the video and give me some feedback? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, this is a bad idea because I hadn't written my review yet. And I was like, this is just going to influence my words, my thoughts, my everything, right? And so there I was, like an hour later, like writing my script for my review, and I was like, this sounds familiar. And I went back and I was like, and I even texted him. I was like, I'm rewatching your review because I think I'm stealing half your lines. and I went back and I'd stolen at least one or two, and so I had to like rewrite some of my script, which is why I don't watch other VR channels,
because it's going to influence.
It makes sense. Those lines get in your head, and like you don't even realize it's happening. But then like you start talking about a game and you're describing it just like somebody else did. Well, that's why I don't watch other channels. It's not because I don't like Frank or Dave or Polish Paul or VR World or Jesus, there's so many of them. And we love all of you guys. But if I'm not up to date on your channels, I apologize. These are the reasons. You're up, Asia.
I'm up. From Raymond Duncan, top 10 PSVR games. We need a boxing game for PSVR.
Yeah, it sounds good. Remember the Fight Lights Out for PlayStation 3?
Yes.
It was a move-controlled game.
Yeah.
Boxing game would be fun.
Right?
I'd play that.
Yeah.
Remember how horrible it was?
It was terrible.
I bet in VR would be amazing.
Oh, it'd probably be incredible. Yeah.
Choo, choo.
But again, that hit detection would be so awkward too with a human opponent like there with hit. I mean, how would they do that?
I know that I'm in the minority here. As a white middle-aged man. There's a, but I think, and I hate saying this, but because you're all going to hate on me for saying this, I think a DualShock 4 controlled first-person fighting game would be amazing. I know everyone's going to want move controls, but I really think the technical accuracy you could have by
so you can mash on the buttons or what?
Yeah, like one of my favorite games on PlayStation 3, and this doesn't get talked about enough, was Fight Night Round 3.
Oh wow!
Yeah, right. It's like Brian Paul, you like Fight Night? Yeah, I did. It was fantastic. My dad and I used to play every single week, and he was the one that introduced me to it. He was like, "Hey, check this out!" And after about 2 weeks, he couldn't win a match, right? But it was so much fun because I don't know, there's like using the analog sticks for your swings and like using different button combinations. It all felt really natural. And I know that in VR you want to have like maybe 1-to-1 ratio with your hands in the move controllers.
Right.
But I feel like to get a good boxing game, you might have to sacrifice that. I would love to have Fight Night Round 3 in first person. It'd be fantastic.
Or maybe the option for both.
Always an option for both.
Yeah.
But as long as it's good, I'll take the DualShock version.
It's good.
Yeah.
But just I don't know who has the rights to fight Lights Out, but why not? VR makes everything better.
Yeah.
All right. So Raymond Duncan again.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah. Top 10 PSVR games.
Mm-hmm.
We need a golf game for PSVR.
Raymond Duncan seems to want a lot of games for VR.
A real golf one, right? Like not one of these cardboard golf or whatever that one was.
Oh, Infinite Mini Golf.
Infinite Mini Golf. Yeah. Like a real one, I bet you would be pretty fun. Yeah. VR, I'd do that.
I'm pretty sure that I predicted a year ago that everybody's golf would have a VR mode. Turns out I'm wrong. Which is funny because I think
how'd that prediction go?
I said it so often and so frequently that I predicted it was going to come out, and then when I saw the price tag at $39.99, I was like, oh. But then it came out, and I was still like surprised that it didn't have VR because I'd said it so many times that I just convinced myself it was happening. But yeah, fucking Hot Shots Golf or everybody's golf, whatever you want to call it, would have been perfect in VR.
Yeah.
And I'm really disappointed it doesn't have a VR mode because it would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and you're up, Asia.
Oh, thank you. I was going to call you Kentucky. That didn't make any sense. Raymond Duncan. Guy's officially famous now. Right? Raymond Duncan on the top 10.
It's like Beetlejuice. We just said it 3 times.
Oh, no.
He's going to come crashing through the wall.
Right.
Top 10 PlayStation VR games. The same exact video. By the way.
It's for like the Kool-Aid Man.
We should talk. That's what I'm talking about. We should talk about this top 10 list. It is definitely time for another top 10 list. We definitely have one coming. We have a lot planned for it. It's going to take a lot of work to do. So we've got one coming, but it's going to hold your horses on it. We get some negative comments about this one. You and I on this specific top 10 VR list. Maybe our delivery wasn't so hot. Maybe it was a very hot day, I believe. I think you and I were struggling.
Yeah.
And people are like, man, the delivery of that guy and that girl, they sound so robotic. They sound like so.
Oh, no.
We've gotten a lot of awful comments on this video. So
our first one was great, though.
first one was actually fantastic,
Right?
Right. It's a learning process, guys. Like, bear with us.
Right.
We're a PlayStation VR
There's
channel.
only been a few of those.
We're hopefully giving you what you want. It's not all going to be perfect.
Right.
This podcast proves that. But yeah, Raymond Duncan. Wait, was I reading this one or were you?
The last
You
one,
were.
yeah, you were.
Yep.
Here's what you need to do, Raymond Duncan. One comment with all your thoughts. But he wrote, "We need more MOR zombie games?" ? We need more zombie games.
I'm so tapped out of zombie games, VR or not.
Do we need more zombie games?
We need at least one good zombie game. I said last week that Arizona Sunshine was still crap. I'm glad a few of you replied and said that it's no longer crap. I don't actually believe that it's not. I've tried it.
But you haven't gone back.
I try about once a month.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't think there's been any updates in the last month. So
Alright.
I feel as though I have a pretty accurate representation of what's going on in Arizona Sunshine.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty accurately sure it's still not very good.
Yeah.
You guys are crazy.
Right.
But I love you anyway.
I still think they should just port Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2
Everyone
over.
can have their own
Be
opinions.
awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. Done. Great zombie game.
What did we watch last week? Crisis Action VR?
Crisis
Was it-
action.
Where it took like 50 headshots to
Headshots,
kill
yeah.
them.
Took them down, yeah.
Yeah. We do need more zombie games.
Will you make The Last of Us VR?
Nope.
That'd be too difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot happening in that game. A lot of stealth. Ooh, a
A lot of
Splinter
stealth.
Cell?
You're like, oh, it wouldn't
Yeah.
work as a stealth. Oh, how about some Splinter Cell?
yeah.
So, you bring up an excellent point, though. Naughty Dog would be an amazing studio to make a VR game.
Right?
Now, I know they're too high profile at this point. Like, if VR had sold like 20 million units at this point, I'm sure Naughty Dog would be hard at work on their next VR game.
Yeah.
But
They're like, all right, we're in.
right, but
Yeah.
but when their games sell like when I think Uncharted 4 sold like 7 or 8 million copies, but that's 4 times as many VR units out
Yeah.
there. So they have like their games are too high budget to be considering this. But I wish a studio like Naughty Dog would consider maybe taking a small team and making a VR game, because I'd love to see what they could do with it.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would they make a third-person action-adventure game like they've been doing for the last 20 years?
Yep.
Or would they do something in first person? Would they make a zombie game?
Yeah, who knows?
Naughty Dogs. Will you make a zombie game?
Yeah,
It would be fantastic.
it would be.
But we're not. I think everyone's gonna remember. We say this every week. We're not even a year into PlayStation VR's life cycle.
No.
Anything could happen. I think all of these games are coming. We all want a golf game. We all want a boxing game. We all want zombie games. They're all coming. There's countless studios out there making PlayStation VR games. I don't think we have anything to worry about.
Yeah, it's just growing.
It's on the way. Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, you guys. I think that's going to do it for another episode of the Midnight Gamescast, and in particular, today's episode of Viewer Takeover.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, if you want your Viewer Takeover introduction to start next week's video, the chances are, if you send it fast,
They're pretty high.
Pretty
It's
high.
pretty much guaranteed.
just like Michelle's baby,
Oh,
pretty high.
It's not true.
Not true.
It's not.
Unverified.
It's verified. It's not true.
As always, I'm Brian, that's Jeremy, this is Michelle, and we'll see you next week.
not saying ciao.
You
But you
just did.
You just did.
Also, can we just talk about what did you just circle?
I saw
I
that.
was
and
looking
don't
at we, and I feel like we both just looked down because he was like, "Oh, it's gonna circle this and be important," and he
done.
didn't circle
And draw an arrow
anything.
over here.
No, I
Over
think he
here
missed
for
the
what?
page 1.
Page 1.
Yeah, there's an arrow. Yeah.
So, I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Right? But, like,
Oh, here it comes.
I can't focus. Okay, like if I
Let's see what. Hold on.
if
Let's
I,
see.
Do you need a fidget spinner?
I hate
We've
that.
circled
right?
Yeah.
Moss.
And
we
the
circled
name
news.
alone I hate.
Yeah, I know. It's so
Fidget spinner.
stupid.
Yeah.
You circled news.
News.
I also circled DWVR in the end of
Right.
Zoe.
And light tracer.
Yep, I circle things.
What's 130?
That's when we started at.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's when we had to finish that.
Did he
segment.
grade himself on there? Is that a minus? What is that? Or is that an or? What did he do there?
No, it says VR.
Oh, VR.
No,
Just
I gave
'cause
myself a
why
B
not?
plus for the
B
day.
plus. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty average.
Right.
Above average.
Yeah.
But this shit just got
That's crazy.
fucking
It's kind of like a squished ant.
So when I'm not doing that kind of stuff,
Yeah, see it?
like before we actually had papers in front of us, like I'd lose focus all the time, you know. But like writing like a couple letters, one word, circling.
Zombie page.
I don't know, right? Whatever it was, it got these just circles and lines remind me to something.
You ever do that
Take a
with a
picture and
friend
put it up in the end.
Nope.
where you would draw something and then pass it and let them see what they draw and draw it? They used to be
Absolutely.
fun. We used to do that in high school because we were, weren't good
Doing
students.
anything but paying
Yeah.
attention to
Right.
the
Yeah.
to teacher.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck out of here.